से तो मुझे सर्कल्स आ रहे हैं. ओहो. Okay, so all of you have written this part. Can I scroll it down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we have seen trigonometric ratios and or right angle triangle till now. Now we will see two more very, very, very important things. And it is, oh, thank you so much, Monica. Yes, I think I should have it. I'll just come in a second after drinking water, just a second. So much. I am, let us see. Okay, so I was saying that now two very important things we are going to study. They are very directly related to this topic, so just pay attention. The first thing is that the first thing is angle of elevation. Okay, angle of elevation. So what is this angle of elevation? So we won't go in the theoretical definition because it sometimes leads to confusion. Just see simply that here is a road. Okay, here is a road, and here a person is standing. Okay, this person's name is Krishna. He's standing here, and there is a tower here. There is a tower here. Tower, tower. Okay, so Krishna is standing over here, and here is a tower. Now let me name this as AB, this tower or tower, whatever it is pronounced, that I don't remember, but it is AB. Okay, and let me just name Krishna as C. Okay, now, and now don't suppose that why is Krishna very coinciding with the road. We are not considering the height of Krishna. We're not considering how much is the height of this person, Krishna. We are just meaning, like we are just taking his position. He is standing here. Okay. Now, if he wants to see the top of the star with his eyes, so he will have to look in this direction, right? If he wants to see here at the tip of the top of the tower, so his line of sight will be this. Line of sight means, like I am looking at the laptop right now, so my line of sight is like this, the straight line which is going out of my eyes. Okay, so it is my line of sight, or can we say above eye level as angle of elevation? Yes, we can say it, definitely. So let me tell you that first of all, that what is the definition of line of sight. Just write it if you want. The line which is drawn, from the eyes of the observer. Who is the observer here in this example? Who is the?
Krishna.
Right.
Krishna.
Observer to the point being viewed on the object point being viewed on the object. This is very important thing. It is not saying just the object. Point being viewed on the object is known as the line of sight. Is known as the line of sight. Just you can take this example, like I am, first of all, this laptop is the object. I am not looking at, or I'm not viewing the whole laptop at once. I'm just looking at the point where I'm writing it. Okay, so the point where it is, where the observer is observing that particular object is important. For example, in this case, the tower is not important. It's the topmost point of the tower is important. Okay. Is line of sight equal to eye level? I don't know actually. I don't remember what was the definition of eye level. So I have sort of confusion. Vishnu, can you please Google it once? Just Google the definition of eye level.
According to me, I think eye level is something when you look straight forward with your head in front of you. I mean, you cannot see the upper part and lower part. You will see only the front portion of a thing.
Acha, okay.
Yes,
Therefore,
right.
okay, so for this part, you can, if you want, you can just Google it, that what is the difference between line of sight and eye level. I don't remember it right now. Okay, so whoever has this doubt, if you want, you can just Google it once.
Okay.
Talking about, okay, so talking about the line of sight. Line of sight is the line which is drawn from the eyes of the observer to the point being viewed on the object. Okay, it is known as a line of sight. So in this particular case, the line of sight is this. Line of sight, its abbreviation is this, LOS, line of sight. So Krishna is watching this star from his eyes. He's standing here, his position is here. He's watching this, the top of the star, AB. Okay, and so the line of sight will be this. Now, main things come here. Main thing comes here. Let the height of this star be 40 meters because it will be helpful later. So the main thing comes here, and what is it? The angle of elevation is this. Angle of elevation is the angle between the horizontal, what we can call it, horizontal ground, horizontal line, wherever it is, because I am saying wherever it is because in the angle of the next angle that we will read, it will be in the air, so that might confuse you. So simply horizontal line.
Ma'am, it is angle AOB, ACB, na ma'am.
Yes. It is angle ACB, but I am talking about angle of elevation.
Okay,
so
okay.
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 So it is, yes, it is angle ACB only. Actually, when I saw it for the first time, I also had the same confusion. But then I thought, okay, it is for AOE, for it this. Okay. So the angle of elevation is the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight. So whatever line of sight and the horizontal line are making the angles in this particular triangle, it is known as the angle of elevation. And it is ACB only. Okay. So angle of elevation is this angle. And you all have to remember this. It is very important in this topic. Talking about like this angle of elevation is clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us move ahead. And thank you, Monica. After drinking water, I'm feeling really good. I don't know why that dizziness was there, but right now I'm feeling all right. Thank you so much for that. Now talking about the fourth thing that we have, and it is angle of depression. Angle of depression. Okay, angle of depression. So now what happens? Now the same person. Who was the person who was watching there from the ground?
Krishna.
Yes, Krishna. Now what happened, that Krishna, he was watching at the top of the tower AB, so he thought that he must stand there at the top of the tower. So he stood there on the top of the tower AB, where he was watching then. He is here. Okay, Krishna is here. Now actually sorry, I drawn it at the wrong time. This line is not there right now. Moreover, let me draw this later only. Okay, so this was the tower AB. Okay, now Krishna is standing over here at the top of the tower. Here is a point C, like here is a point. Now he is watching from this top of the tower to this point on the ground. Okay, he is watching to at this point. So let me just join this line, the ground or this particular bottom of the star to this point at which he's looking. And now what will happen, let this particular point at which he is viewing right now be C. Okay, so now, and Krishna standing over here, so line of sight would be this one. Line of sight will be this one. Arrow also matters. He is looking like this now. First of all, he was looking like this. Okay, so LOS will be this right now. The tower's height is same 40 meters for suppose. Okay, so AB is the tower. Now he's standing on the top of the tower, and when he's watching some point on the ground, so I've just joined this point with the bottom of the ground, and this particular line is LOS. So there shouldn't be any confusion with a line of sight. It is just the direction in which he's looking, the line of sight. Okay, where will be the angle of depression?
At BAC.
At BAC. Anyone else?
No, ma'am. There will draw.
Yes, Deepti?
Will just draw a line.
A
From
perpendicular, a normal
and
from
we will
point A,
have
ma'am.
Yes.
A normal
The
from
angle
point
will be A. Sorry, CA and like
OAC.
continue.
Okay, good. So I think you all are getting what I'm trying to say. I already told in the angle of elevation that we don't have to do anything with the ground. Okay, we are concerned about the horizontal line. So horizontal line is what that matters. Here we'll just, horizontal line will be there. There is no problem in making the horizontal vertical line anywhere. So I have drawn this horizontal line, and now the angle of depression will be this one. The line of sight, the angle which the line of sight will be making with the horizontal line, which will be parallel to the ground in this case, and which will be coinciding the ground in the case of angle of elevation. Here we can see that this particular horizontal line which we are talking about, we can say it is the ground because it is coinciding with the ground. We cannot help it. But in the next case, it is parallel to the ground. It is horizontal. Ground is also horizontal, but here it is parallel to the ground. Okay. So the angle of depression will be this one. Horizontal line के साथ जो line of sight angle बना रही है, it will be the angle of depression. Is this thing clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now remember one thing. Angle of elevation हमेशा, angle of elevation will always lie inside this triangle. ये जो triangle बनेगा tower का, or the bottom of the tower with the point wherever he's looking or the man is standing or any point, and this line, इस ये जो triangle एक बनेगा हमेशा बनेगा, it will be formed everywhere in heights and distances. This right angle triangle, we'll be dealing with it everywhere. So in this triangle, angle of elevation will lie inside it if the line of sight favors it, and like angle of depression will lie inside the triangle, and angle of depression will lie outside the triangle, because there is no other option. Horizontal line जो है, it will be outside the triangle. You have to remember this thing that ये बाहर होगा वो अंदर रहेगा हमेशा. इसमें एक और चीज आती है, one more things come over here, and what is that? What is that thing? That thing is, suppose if I just draw it like this, okay, so what will happen? You all might know this particular thing which I'm going to tell, that if here we have a what it will be, I think here it is not specific that this BC is 40, so we cannot say it is a square, so we'll just assume it to be a rectangle or rhombus or
Ma'am, transversal.
yes, transverse. Okay, so this particular, like we know that this angle would be equal to this angle. And what is this particular, these two angles called?
Alternate angles.
Alternate angles, right? So,
Alternate integers.
yes, alternate angle. So here we can see that this diagonal, like the angles which will be on this part of diagonal and this part of diagonal, we all have read this part. So this angle will be equal to this angle, which means if here is an angle theta, so theta will be equal to angle AOD. This thing is important to note, that yet it is very clear that angle of depression lies outside the triangle, but there is a angle inside the triangle which is equal to the angle of depression. It is not the angle of depression technically. Angle of depression is this only, but because of some property, alternative angles property, here it comes out to be equal to this part. Okay, so you just have to remember that yes, there is an angle inside a triangle also, जो है घर का वेदी लंका ढाए. It is equal to AOD. So technically it should be outside, but yeah, अब वो अंदर है तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते. ठीक है, so this part you all need to remember. And yes, so line of sight की definition I made you all to write.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now write the definition of angle of elevation also for your further reference. The AOE I am writing. If you want to write, you can write the angle of elevation. The AOE of the point on the object. The AOE of the point on the object above the horizontal level viewed by the observer is the angle which is formed by the line of sight. Oh, sorry, it is not off, it is with the horizontal level. It is such a confusing definition. That is why I was not willing to make you write it. But then too, the AOE, the angle of elevation of the point on the object above the horizontal level viewed by the observer is the angle which is formed by the LOS. So basically just remember this part. Angle which is formed by the LOS with the horizontal level. It is talking about the horizontal level and not about the ground. Remember this. Okay. So LOS with the horizontal level. Okay. LOS with the horizontal level. This is known as the angle of elevation. Talking about the angle of depression. Let me write it here only. The AOD of the point on the object below horizontal line. I'm just writing short forms, just make them large if you want. The angle of depression of the point on the object below horizontal level viewed by the observer is the angle formed by the line of sight formed by the LOS with the horizontal level again. With the horizontal level. Okay. Again, very important part is here. LOS जो angle बना रही horizontal level के साथ उसको हम बोलते हैं AOD and same goes with AOE. The difference lies in their position. Okay, so important terms are these: line of sight, elevation, height, depression. Okay. Just write it. Is there any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So can I scroll it down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was all about the basics of this topic, that what all things you need to remember: trigonometric ratios, right angle triangle, angle of elevation, line of sight will come along with it, and the angle of depression. And which will be the angle of depression, which will be the angle of elevation, and all of it. Now let us start with the questions. Very important part. Questions, like if there is a battle of question, if you have to solve a question, let's suppose there is a battle. So half battle will be won if you are able to draw the correct diagram, or not the diagram, the figure of that particular question. If you are able to draw the correct accurate figure of this particular question, of any question in the heights and distances, half battle will be won. After that, you will have to do the things which you already know. You will have to apply some trigonometric formula and trigonometric ratio. Then you have to apply some formula and you will get the result. So after that, there is no problem. Half battle will be here. Half a battle will be done here. Figure, very, very, very important. So let us start with our questions. Question: two poles standing on a horizontal ground of their height. Now I will have to write the questions because I cannot directly make the figure, because you all have to practice how to make it. So let me write the whole question. Just write along with me. Two poles standing on a horizontal ground are of heights 5 meter and 10 meter respectively. The line joining their tops makes an angle of 15 degrees with the ground. Then the distance in meter between the poles is what? So you have four options here. 5/2, 2 plus root 3. Option number B is this. C is this. D is this. Okay? D is this.
Ma'am, figure.
Oh, Anusha, you solved right now?
No, ma'am, no, I'm just asking.
You are asking what is C is the right answer, right?
Ma'am, I didn't solve still. I didn't understand the question.
Just write whatever you are saying to me in the chat box. A lot of noise is coming from behind you. That is why I'm not able to understand. Just write it whatever you're trying to say. And all the people here, do you want to try this question on your own, or shall I tell you? Just tell me.
We'll try.
Okay, you will all try. Good. So you have 2-3 minutes. You can just try to solve this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna. I didn't understand the question because I joined this class. Oh, Anusha, there is no problem. And I'm sorry I was not able to get you. That what were you saying? Okay, so you joined right now. So definitely it will be difficult for you to understand. Okay, so let's do one thing. Okay.
Ma'am, is answer 5 root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1.
Answer is
5 into root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1.
okay.
So do we rationalize it?
Yes, you should rationalize it also. Okay. So till the time you all are doing it, you all are trying it. So Anusha, let's just quickly understand what we have read till now. Wasn't much. Vishnu, can you please unmute yourself for a while? Okay, thank you so much. So Anusha, quickly look at here, and Anusha, you can just no, don't. Okay. So Anusha, we are answer is C. Okay, all others just find the answer, drop it in the chat box, and we'll discuss
5 into 2 plus root 2.
So all of you just type the answers in the chat box. Till that time, like I'll give you 2 minutes more, and till that time, let me just quickly make Anusha aware of all what we were doing. Okay, so Anusha, you can just reply in the chat box that if you are understanding or not. So trigonometric ratios, we first of all saw this. This table is very easy. You can just take screenshots of these windows, okay? And okay, one term you have written wrong, Vishnu. You can just check it once again. Okay, so I'm saying, Anusha, you can just take the screenshots of this particular window. Here we simply have this trigonometric ratios. The value of sine, you just need to remember this particular sine line, sine theta line. And once you know this, cos theta line is just the opposite of this. Like we have written 1 here, root 3 by 2 here, 1 by root 2 here, 1 by root 2 here, and 0 here. Okay, so just we have made it, reversed it in the second line. And tan theta, we all know tan theta is sine by cos. Okay, so by finding these two, we can find tan, and cosec, sec, and cot are the reciprocals of sine, cos, and tan respectively. So we can find whole of the table if we know or we are thorough with the sine theta line alone. Okay, so is this particular slide clear to you? And here this not ND is not defined. Okay, we'll see it, Vishnu. Right? Okay, okay. Ouch. I don't know what is happening. Okay, now talking about the right angle triangle. Again, this is very important. Here we have a right angle triangle. We all know that what is a right angle triangle? A triangle which has one angle as 90 degrees known as right angle triangle. Here the angle which is 90 is here. So we all know that when we add, like whenever we add the three angles of any triangle, it will give us 180 degree. Now here it is known that one angle is 90 degree. So the rest two will be, they will add up to 90 degree because we have to make them total as 180 degree. Okay. So if we are supposing the another as theta, so the third one will be 90 minus theta by the simple calculation. So you can just think about it and you will get it. So if one is 90, which is given to us, and we are assuming another as theta, so the third one will be 90 minus theta. So basically, these three should result into, they should sum up to 180 degree, and one is 90, so other two which should sum up to 90 degree. So if one is theta, other will be 90 minus theta. So they can be 40, 50 or 45, 45 or 60, 30 or 70, 20, anything. But they should sum up to 90 degree. Moreover, the angle which is just in front of 90 degree, the line which is in front of 90 degree, the right angle is known as hypotenuse. The angle which we are dealing with, for example, here theta is this one. So the angle which is in front of this one or opposite angle is known as perpendicular. Opposite side is known as perpendicular. And the side which is adjacent to this angle is known as base, okay, on which it is lying. So hypotenuse, base, and perpendicular are these three sides of the triangle. Moreover, sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec, sec, cot theta, they all are written here. You can just see them. You just have to learn these two and you will get all of them. Okay, tan, cosec, sec, cot by simple calculations. So click a screenshot of this as well. And just drop a yes if you have done. Okay. What is option C? Can anyone tell me? Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so angle of elevation and angle of depression we'll see when I'll give them the next question, and then when we'll wait for them. So I'll just tell you in that break. And option C is this, Vishnu. 5, 2 plus root 3.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now let us discuss this question also, because some people are really waiting eagerly for this. So let us discuss this. And Anusha, we will be solving this question with the two concepts that are left. So just try to understand from this question. If you're not able to understand from this question, then you can just revise it after I'll tell what is the concept, and it will be clear to you. Okay, so two poles are standing on a horizontal ground. Make a horizontal ground. Let the two poles stand there. One pole is this, second pole is this. Why I'm making them of different heights? Because the heights are given. One is given as 5 meter, another is 10. Okay, so I should draw it half of it, like as a half of it. Okay, so let it be half. It is 10, it is 5. Okay, till here is it clear? 5, 10, two poles are there. All right. Now, two poles are standing. Two poles standing on a horizontal ground are of heights 5 and 10. इतना हमने बना दिया. Horizontal ground is ready. Two poles are ready. Pole 1, pole 2. Okay. इतना हमने बना दिया. Moving ahead. The line joining their tops. What it is saying? The line joining their tops. इसका top ये है. इसका top ये है. So the line which is joining these two tops, this line, makes an angle of 15 degrees with the ground. With the ground.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, actually, if it is making a 15-degree angle with the ground, this particular line joining the tops, so we have to make a horizontal line which is parallel to the ground, and we will have to consider this. Okay.
Ma'am, why don't we extend the P1, P2 line, ma'am, to the ground?
Why don't we extend it? How?
The hypotenuse line to the ground, ma'am. P1, P2 line to the ground.
No. We cannot do that. See, poles are given. Poles are there on the horizontal ground. It is given the very first thing in the question. So we cannot do like that, I think.
Same thing, na, ma'am.
The P1 line.
Same angle, na, ma'am, with ground or P1 line.
We can extend the P1 line to the ground.
Yes, ma'am. When two parallel lines are cut by
You mean
a line,
like this one?
Yes, ma'am.
It's already on the ground.
No, ma'am. P1, P2 line, ma'am, to the ground.
This one, right?
Ma'am, they are telling P1 top to P2 bottom.
No, ma'am. Extend it.
Ma'am, the line will form
Extend
behind
the line,
P1.
ma'am.
Extend the line. So how shall I do it?
Extend.
Ma'am, extend it behind P1, so it will come behind.
Yes, ma'am.
Like this?
Yeah, ma'am.
Oh. No, but we cannot do that. No.
It will form same, ma'am, 15 degrees.
Yes, it will form the same line,
We
but
can
see,
find
if we
answer,
extend
ma'am.
it also, the angle will be 15 only.
X,
Because
Y
when
taking.
two parallel
we can
lines
do it
in
like
cut
this.
by a line, the angle.
And they are saying that the angle is formed with the ground, ma'am.
Yes, actually, there I also am slightly bewildered. How can they make it like this? But just a second.
We will get answer, ma'am.
If we extend it like this.
Yes, ma'am. 15.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Arey, bilkul correct. Hats off to you guys. Really, I wasn't thinking like this. I just, oh, very good. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Great. We have extended this line and it is this angle only. It is telling us about this angle only, the line which is joining the tops. I'm so sorry, right? The line joining their tops make an angle with 15 with the ground. It is this only, very correct. This line is making the angle with the ground as 15 degree, correct? And we know that we know those angles, corresponding angles. If these
Tan.
angles, right? If these two angles are similar, or what do we call them? Similar angles, similar triangles, then this angle will be equal to this one, corresponding angles, I suppose. So by that thing that they have said that this angle is also 15 degree. Am I saying right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank God. Right. Correct. Okay. So I'm so sorry. I was slightly confused by looking at the figure. Yes, correct. So P1, P2 is the line. We have to extend it. There is no other option because they are telling about this line only, and it is making an angle of 15 degree. So this angle will also be 15. Thus, we can solve the question. Okay, cool. Now, this distance, this particular distance, the height of the pole P2 is 10. So we know that if this is 5, so this would be 5, half of it would be 5 and half of it would be 5. Now how we will be finding the distance? So what we have to find, first of all, the distance between the poles. We have to find, for example, if this is A, B, C, D, so we have to find this BD. What will be BD? What will be the distance between the pole AB and CD, which means what will be BD? So we have to find the this particular BD. So let us suppose that we have to find the value of x. Let us suppose the distance, this distance to be x meters. Okay. Now from here we can see that if this is x, then this will also be x, right? क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्या बन रहा है? What is being formed here? Here it is a rectangle being formed. If this is 5, this is 5. If this is x, this is x. Okay. And if this is x, this is 5, and this angle we know. So what we can do in triangle let me name it also O. In triangle AOC, tan 15 will be what?
Root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus
Root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1.
root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1.
Tan 15 here. What will be tan 15 by looking at this triangle?
Okay, 5 by x.
5 by x.
Okay, I thought where this root 3 and all came. Okay, right. This would be 5 by x. So now how have you calculated the value of tan 15? Can anybody please tell me?
Tan 45 minus tan.
Right.
Sorry, tan 45 minus 40.
Yes, correct.
There is direct formula for it.
So yes, that formula you have used because its value is not known to us directly. So it will be. Just tell me whether I'm writing right or wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, ma'am.
Okay. So its formula, by chance if somebody doesn't know how have I written this, so simply if we have to find the value of tan theta, actually here what is the problem? Here the problem is tan 15's value is not known to us. Tan 45 we know, tan 30, tan 60, tan 0, tan 90, all of them we know. What we don't know is tan 15. Now we cannot interpret its value, okay, and we don't have a calculator, we don't need it. What we will do is there is a formula that if we have to find tan some value, so we can just write it like this: tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 tan theta 2. So here, because 15, we can write it as tan 45 degrees minus 30 degree, and these are those two values which we know. So we are writing this unknown 15 degrees Celsius, 15 degrees as 45 degree minus 30 degree, so that we can apply that particular formula, which is like this. Is it tan theta 2 minus? No, I don't. That. It is not like this. It is like this. Actually, this dizziness is driving me crazy.
Tan A minus tan B.
I'm so sorry. I'm acting like a mani today.
No, ma'am. We write it as like that only. Tan of.
We write it like that. Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I have gone crazy. I have gone crazy today. And I thought that I was writing wrong, so I should correct it. Oh. Okay, we write it like this only. So it will be tan 45 minus tan 30 that I've already written here. It's okay. Don't go in that. Let us quickly pass this time. Okay. So as I was saying, कि क्योंकि यहाँ पे 50 degrees की value we don't know, so we can just write this formula and we can just get it out from here. Okay. Now, what is tan 45?
1.
1.
What is tan 30?
1 by
1
root
by root 3.
Correct. What is 1 is 1? This will be
1
this.
by
1 by root 3.
Right.
root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus.
Root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. So when we'll if we'll rationalize it, we will get the value as 2
Minus
2
2
minus
minus root 3.
1.
2 minus root 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And if its value is 2 minus root 3, and we have to calculate the value of x, so it will be 5 upon 2 minus root 3. And if we can just rationalize it again, as we don't want this square root term in the denominator, so we'll rationalize it and we will get this, because here in the denominator it will be 4 minus 3 1, so it will be 1 only. So this is what the required distance would be, x. So 5, the answer would be 5 in bracket 2 plus
Down minus 1 will come.
minus 1.
A square minus b square means 4 minus 3.
So
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So x will be 5 into 2 plus root 3 meters. So this distance would be, or BD would be 5 into 2 plus root 3 meters. Okay. So by all this, we get to know that the option C is the correct option. And all of those who have found the C, option C as the right answer, very well done. Now, is there any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, tan 15 degrees formula we use no for sine cos also it will be the same.
No. It's not same for the sine and cos. It's for tan only.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, it's for tan. It's a tan theta 2 minus theta 1 is equals to tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 tan theta 2.
Ma'am, what is for sine and cos?
Ma'am, there are such formulas for sine and cos too, ma'am. Sine of theta 1 plus theta 2.
Ma'am, can we tell all
theta
the
1.
important formulas?
Are they exact for sine and theta, sine and cos?
No, formula is different, ma'am.
Formula is different, right? Okay, I'll do one thing that tan we are using right now also. I'll bring those for sine theta, cos theta also, so that I'll just write them, and so that I'll also memorize what were they. And this tan theta is almost clear, but yeah, that I'll bring. Whatever formulas we have regarding or revolving the sine and theta, sine and cos theta, I will bring them.
Okay, ma'am.
Is this question clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And please forgive me because my mind is not in place, I think, today. I don't know why. So I'm acting like a crazy person. Okay, so can we move ahead?
Yes, ma'am. Next question.
Okay, next question. So this will be the last question that we will be doing today because it's 8:18. So it will be over in a time only. Oh, do I have to write a whole question?
Ma'am, just dictate it.
Dictate it.
Okay.
Ma'am, I got the value for sine 15 in the form of sine A minus B.
Acha,
Root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I got it in the way. Sine of A minus B.
Great. So what is the formula for it?
Sine of A minus B
Sine A
equal to
cos
sine
B
A cos B
minus.
minus cos A sine B.
Yes. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll do one thing. I'll just bring those formulae also. They're really useful and they might be of use somewhere. So yes, I will bring. Like I'll just write them, and we'll write them in the. I'll write them in this slide, and then we'll do questions on them. Okay. Now I'm dictating the question. Next question. All of you write it, and the key point I'll write here also. The angle of elevation. The angle of elevation, write AOE, of the top of the vertical tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane. The angle of elevation of the top of vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees. The angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees. From a point A, from a point A on the plane. The angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees from a point A on the plane. Full stop. Let B be the point. Let B be the point 30 meters vertically above the point A. Let B be the point 30 meter vertically above the point A. If the angle of elevation of the top of the tower, if the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from B 30 degrees, if the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from B 30 degrees, then the distance in meters, of the foot of the tower from the point A, of the foot of the tower from the point A is, of the foot of the tower from the point A is what? So you have to find that, the distance.
Ma'am, can you repeat it once more, please?
Yes, I am repeating it. I'm writing the key things here. The angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower. Okay, just I'm repeating, just if somebody has left somewhere so they can continue. The angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees from a point A on the plane. Let capital B be the point 30 meter vertically above the point A. If the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from B 30 degrees, then the distance in meters of the foot of the tower from the point A is AOE of the top of the vertical tower. Let me give you options also. So you might check. Always rationalize whatever you have got as the answer. Let me lower the brightness. I don't know why my eyes are burning. So you have the options as these. Are you all trying? Or can we discuss?
Trying, man.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you discuss this question?
Yes. Actually, I think I should discuss it because it's already 8:27, and then we will be late. Okay.
Ma'am, is it option C?
Ma'am, option C.
Okay. Any other response? Like the people who have arrived to some conclusion. Is there any other answer except C? Like A, B, D? Anybody? Well, see. Let us see what is whether the answer is C or not. Okay. Figure. Angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower. So what do we have? First of all, definitely there has to be a ground. Now, angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane. Horizontal plane we have drawn. Let us suppose a vertical tower. Okay? Top of the vertical tower. Now there is a point. It is saying, here is a point, let us suppose A. Here is a tower, let us name it M, N, anything, any thing you can name it. Horizontal plane is here, okay? Vertical tower is here. What it is saying, the angle of elevation of the top of vertical tower on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees from a point on the plane. Is plane pe, there is a point from which this particular top of the tower is making an angle of 45 degrees. Now, what confusion can come into your mind? That which angle will be 45? Let me draw it straight. Okay, no problem. C. That is C. Let us see. Okay. So I was saying that Mn is the vertical tower. Okay. Here what it is saying, the angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees from a point on the ground. Point will be here, tower is here, line is here. Which angle are we talking about? Name it. Anybody?
Angle M.
Angle M. Okay. Anybody else would like to answer?
Angle NAM.
Angle?
NAM.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, how many people are in favor of angle M? NMA.
MAN, ma'am.
MAN. Okay. Just it is saying angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is this angle. Angle of elevation is this angle. There shouldn't be any doubt. It lies inside a triangle. Okay. Angle of elevation is this. Angle of elevation is that angle which the line of sight is making with the horizontal level. Okay. So here, angle of elevation of the top of the vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees from a point A on the plane. We shouldn't get confused because here angle of elevation cannot be this definitely. Angle of elevation is at outside the triangle. So there is no scope of making horizontal line here and marking this as the angle of, and moreover it is not angle of elevation. First of all, it is angle of depression. So we're not talking about that. Talking about the angle of elevation cannot be drawn here. How? It is not possible. It will be drawn only with the horizontal level. Horizontal level, there is only one option left, this one. As simple as that. So this angle will be 45 degrees. So the question till now, till the first full stop is here, the angle of elevation of the point of vertical tower standing on a horizontal plane is observed to be 45 degrees from a point on the plane. Is it clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now let us move forward. Let B be the point 30 meters vertically above the point A. So this is easy. 30 meters above the point. Now, if it is saying 30 meters above the point, 30 meters above the point, so let us assume it's somewhere here. Okay. So let us suppose that this distance, first of all, this point is B. This distance is 30 meters. Okay, 30 meters vertically above this point. So let us suppose that B is here. So it is vertically above this point. Till here it was all right. Now, if the angle of elevation of the top of the tower, from B, this one. Now, angle will not lie in air. It will have to have some base. So we'll do what? We will just make a simple line so that it will get a base, and this angle will be, as given in the question, 30 degrees. Angle of elevation again. 30 degrees is it. Okay. It is 30 degrees. So first of all, a tower was there, horizontal plane was there, a point was there. The top of the tower is making an angle of 45 degrees with this A point. After this, a B point is there, which is vertically above 30 meters vertically above this point A. And this point B, this top of the tower is making an angle of elevation from this point B as 30 degrees. So till here, is it clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, it is very visible that here we have two triangles, two right angle triangles, because it has to be a right angle, and similarly by corresponding angle it is also have to be 90 degree only. So here let me name it something P, anything, you can name it anything. Now if it is 30 degrees, so let us understand what we have to find. First of all, we have to find the distance of the foot of the tower, this, and the pointing. What do we have to find out? This we have to find out. So again, let it be x. So if it is x, it will be x. If this is 30, this would also be 30. So definitely,
Ma'am, is NM is
sorry, your voice is breaking.
NM is equal to NA.
Mn is equals to
NA. NA.
MA. Right.
No, N. NA, ma'am.
MA, cool. How can you say that?
Because 45 degrees is an equilateral triangle. So,
Correct. Very good.
so 30 plus y equal to x. So if you find y, then it is the distance.
Yes. Very important thing. Good, Vishnu. You're justifying your name, Vishnu. Okay. Very important thing, which was waiting to be told here. It is 6 minutes up, but it is worth it. Look here, everybody. If by chance you are not aware of this thing, here we have a right angle triangle. Okay. A, B, C. A right angle triangle is here. Here we know is the hypotenuse. Here we know is the perpendicular. Okay, if by chance, if we are dealing with this particular angle, and this angle is 90, this is base. If we're talking about this angle, it will be perpendicular. And now I usually used to take this as theta and the other as 90 minus theta, but now I am declaring it is 45 degrees. So what this angle would be 45 degrees, because their sum has to be 90 in order to make the whole of it as 180. Now, whenever this concerned angle is 45 degrees, so what it will be, what will happen in this particular case, P will be equal to B, because it will turn into an equilateral triangle, so the two sides will be equal. So P will be equal to B, perpendicular will be equal to base. So anywhere you see 45 degrees, like a right angle is there, by chance right angle is there, so 90 has to be there. If 45 you observe, quickly just apply this relation, P is equals to B. Now look here. Now coming back to the question that we have, if just see in this particular triangle, this one, which is MNA. Okay, MNA right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, what is happening? 45 degrees is here, 45 degree, it is 90, well defined, 45 is there. So this is base, for example, for this particular triangle, and this whole is perpendicular. So the perpendicular will be equal to base. So this will be x. This whole will be equal to x. So basically what is happening here, it is also x, it is also x, because they will be equal, rectangle, and this is also x. So if this whole length mn is x, and if pn is 30 meters, so what would be mp?
30
X minus 30. It would be x minus 30. Okay. Now we have x minus 30. I mean, we have this, we have this, we have 30 degrees. So now what do we need? We simply want, we will simply apply some formula and we'll get the answer. So look, सबसे पहले in the triangle tan 45. अच्छा, पहले if we apply it in this particular triangle, let me name it MNA. So what will happen in this case? MNA वाले triangle में क्या होगा? Tan 45 will be equal to x upon
X minus 30.
Just a second. No, I'm talking about MNA. Na? So MNA में 45. Okay. No, I'm talking about this whole triangle. MNA. This one, bigger one. So here what will happen? Tan 45 will be equal to perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is x. Base is also x. So we will get the value as 1. So what will happen here? बस हो गई. हाँ बस एक मिनट. बस लास्ट हो रहा है. हाँ. Okay. So here what will happen? We can see that क्योंकि यहाँ पे x by x is equal to 1 आ गया है और ये भी 1 ही होता है. So basically we can say from here that NA is equals to MN. ऐसे कह सकते हैं. वैसे भी हमने पहले देख ही लिया था कि ऐसा ही होगा, है ना. और from here we got to know that what is PM. Okay. And now in this particular triangle, if we apply in triangle BPM, नहीं एक मिनट रुक जाओ. In triangle BPM, हाँ tan 30 will be what? Tan 30 will be x minus 30 divided by x.
X.
Yes, x. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3. And x, from here we get to know just a second.
X equal to 30 by root 3 minus.
I'm so sorry. So 1 by root 3
equal to 30 by root 3 minus 1, man.
X is equals to 30
by
no that I
30 root 3 by root 3 minus 1, man.
Right. And how have you calculated x?
Yeah, tan 30 equal to 30 minus x minus 30 by x. So tan 30 equal to 1 by root 3 equal to 30 minus x by x. So if we cross multiply that and take common x, so x equal to 30 root 3 by root 3 minus 1. If we rationalize it, 15 into 3 plus root 3, I think.
Correct. Very good. Excellent. So x comes out to be 30 root 3 by just simply taking out x common. 30 root 3 divided by root 3 minus 1. Okay. So from here we can say that it is it. Now if we just rationalize it as Vishnu said, it would be, we just have to rationalize it, and what we'll get is 15 3 plus root 3. So our answer would be option C. Okay. So yes, this is how we will do these type of questions, simply by making the figure and then applying slight things that क्या किसके बराबर होगा, and after that we will be able to get the answer. Now as the time is already up, so you can just take a screenshot of this if you are able to understand it, like if it is clear right till here, it is very good. By chance, if you have any doubt in this question or in the questions that we did earlier or in any of the concepts, Anusha, I'll just tell you the concept in the next class. There is no time left. So whatever doubts you have, you can just tell me in the next class, which will be tomorrow, I guess, and we'll do more such questions. Okay, so you can just note this question down, and if you have any doubt, just revise it. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me tomorrow. Okay?
Ma'am, get the formula of sine 15/30.
Yes. Sign and cos. Sign and cos only, right? They will work?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sign. Where should I write it? Let me write it here only. All of you have written this?
Yes, ma'am.